I don't really know what exactly to say over what we saw today, but I think I can give you a better assessment of what we need to do as a club, because what we saw today leaves so many, that bitter taste in our mouth. But before we go anywhere, guys, do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to the connect. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It was Liverpool who were in Girona today. They beat Girona by 1-0 with a Mohamed Salah penalty, which was given after Donny van der Beek fouled Luis Diaz in the 18th area. And I think I have to say, that was the only thing that we can hold on and say was the better thing in the whole entire game, especially the first half. Man, we were terrible. We were really terrible. Whatever you can say, whatever you can try to sugarcoat this, that was not a good performance from the team. And we saw the way they played today. We saw how they just did not turn up for the game. We saw how they looked like they did not understand what they were supposed to do. The defense was exposed in the first half. If Girona had their legs in their game, they should have scored 1 or 2. If it wasn't for Alisson in most of the points, we should have been scored. He had to prove that he's one of the best goalkeepers. That's why we respect him. But the problem is this: why were we so terrible? And that in the first thing that I gave, try to make myself feel better, which was yesterday, I said because of the break we got against Everton, usually because the December period is the busiest when it comes to the footballing perspective of the game, and maybe just because we took that break against Everton might have derailed us. But when we look at it, if we go back to the game against Everton, even though we tried to play better in the second half, we have been looking terrible, really. And maybe also the other thing that we can look at is that the fact that we no longer have Konate next to Virgil van Dijk, so maybe teams are, wants to test us more, wants to challenge us more, because they know that we're not really strong. Joe Gomez is a good defender, but not really at the Konate level defensively, if you understand what I mean, because we're getting exposed. And this is how maybe you have to stay to at least try to give so much appreciation to Konate, the way he covers that right side and help out the team. And it was crazy. And on the first half, to even make it worse, I felt like my midfield was confused. At some point, Jones was going too high, exposing Ryan Gravenberg not knowing exactly positionally where to stand, and it forced us to run a lot back when these guys were hitting us on the counter-attack. Of course, they did improve as the game continued, but they had so many chances. And Arne Slot was not happy about that. We won the game, yes, it's a good thing, but he was not happy about the way we were exposed in the game, because we are a good team. We have done some good things, and it's not really good that you see a team that can perform so well getting exposed so many times the way we were being exposed. And I'm just wondering exactly what can we do to make work on that. Of course, a lot of things did change systemic. Maybe our system was lacking a bit in the first half, and I've noticed this with Arne Slot when he's playing with teams which doesn't have so much data, which the team has never played against, who doesn't have so much analysis. He struggled a bit. Then he gets into the game, especially from the second half, because I remember even the analysts, the people who were watching the game, they were saying that they have to go back. Ancelotti has to go back and maybe shout at this team, remind them what they're supposed to do and who they are. And I think that's what he had to do at the second half. And I think maybe that can help us. It did help us really to come back in the game, because how we performed, how we looked, we had so many questions rather than answers over what we were expecting from the game in the game perspective of the way. But we need to really improve. We need to really improve, especially knowing that we are still on top with a lot of things. I was listening to Roy Jennings doing an analysis of Liverpool. That, do you know that for any team that is going to reach 90 points in the Premier League this season, already where we are right now, Arsenal are left with about 8 points to reach to that mark. Man City are left with around 6 points to reach that mark. Chelsea, I think, are left with about maybe 7 or 8 points. No, because Arsenal 8, maybe 10 or something points to reach that mark. And Liverpool are left with about 17 points. They can pass the 90% mark, 90 mark if they just maintain and they just drop 17 points. And we can talk about them dropping points, and I think 17 of the 19 is a lot that they can stay in the game, and we know we're going to the second half of the Premier League. So we have to find a way, and I'm hoping that Liverpool, for a change, we did not do anything in the summer. Let's use the January's transfer to at least try to do something, because we need to have those players who will make some changes, we will make and help team to perform well. Because what we have seen today, it was not really the Liverpool way. It was not really exciting. Left us so many questions rather than answers. Left us questioning a lot about the team than what we needed to do. Even though we won the game, even though we scored the pen, we did not do enough. Talk about Darwin Nunez. I just wonder, wow, I just don't get it, man. As much as I love Darwin Nunez, as much as I hope he could be the player that we wish he could be, this guy continue to cost us every single time. This guy, he continues to cause chaos, not perform well, and we always wonder, what exactly is he doing? What exactly can he do? Because what we keep seeing from him, it's nothing short of so many questions which need so many answers, and we just don't get them with him. And it's really been irritating. He got so many chances, man. He got so many chances. And I just wonder, how far can we continue to go with him? Because he is the gunman. He is the guy who we are calling the number 9. Yet, he does not show it at all. He does not give us that. Yes, he will run. Yes, he will press. But we need him to do more. We need him to do more. Say whatever you say about Nicholas Jackson, the guy that they used to compare him with. Jackson stands up. Jackson shows up. Jackson performs, scores the goals. I don't see that from Darwin Nunez. I just don't see that from Darwin Nunez. Because when you're looking for a striker, you need somebody who's going to help you to press a defense from the front, like what Bobby used to do, but also help link up or even scoring chances that are created up front. Darwin Nunez doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. And I just wonder, are we just going to sit down here? We know what the Nets are capable of doing. We know what Michael Edwards will do. We know what the team can do. Are we going to see a change? Do we expect to see a change to get a striker, somebody who will finish chances? Victor Osman is out there. He has a release clause. Victor Gokares is out there. He has a release clause. These are players who have proven themselves. There is Isak, but Isak might be painful. But we're talking about some people that you just have to pay that release clause and you get the players. And we need players. We need also a DM. We still need somebody who will rotate with Ryan Gravenberch, because it's really important. But we are overusing this guy. And I'm just hoping to see some changes as we continue to go this season. But also, that was not the only game which was played. Dynamo Zebek or something like that played against Celtic. It finished 0-0. The Liverpool Girona game 1-0 to Liverpool. Brest played against PSV and Brest won by 1-0. Shakhtar, Bayern Munich beat Shakhtar by 5-0. Club Brugge beat Sporting by 2-1. Man, live with that Amaran is really exposing that Sporting team. PSG beat Salzburg by 3-0. Leipzig were beaten by Aston Villa by 3-0. So Aston Villa are putting pressure. Leverkusen beat by Inter Milan by 1-0. Inter, remember, this was one of the teams that had not been beaten. I think this is their first time, if I'm not mistaken. Real Madrid beat Atalanta by 3-2. I think that was a good game. I did not see it though. It was a good game. Then we'll continue, of course. We have Atletico Madrid playing against Slovakia Bratislava. Lille is playing against KS Stam Gazeb. Benfica is playing against Baloga. In AC Milan are going to play with Chevesta. Then we have Dortmund playing against Barcelona. We have Feyenoord playing against Sparta. We have Juventus playing against Man City, a good game. We have Stuttgart playing against Young Boy, and Arsenal playing against Monaco. These are the games which are going to be played. And in terms of the league as the first games have been played. The Liverpool are still the only team with all the 100%. They've not lost a game in the Champions League. In fact, now there's, I think, game number 11 in the Champions League since the season that they were in the Champions League that they haven't lost. We also have Leverkusen following them on 13, as well as Aston Villa and Inter and Beast Order on 13. Barcelona 12, of course, but they haven't played. And Real Madrid have moved to 18th. They've moved to 18th after that win. We also have PSG now number 24. It means they can remain in this tournament, but that is to go with other teams that are going to play. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. What did you think of the performance of Liverpool? What do you think has to change? Arne Slot was not happy. He talked about so many chances that we missed, as well as so many chances we allowed this team to shoot at our goalkeeper. Never a good sign, and we have to work on that. Let's see what happens as we continue. Don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Football Connect L, and it's really important. Go subscribe to the Football Connect LFC. A lot of things are going to be coming there very, very, very soon. Like the vid, subscribe. I'm working on a podcast, and I'm just waiting that the things goes well with an old man, somebody that I respect a lot, and somebody who has taught me football. So be ready for that. It's coming in the next year, people. I'm excited. I'm out. Like the video, subscribe to the Connect. Peace.